Hey everybody, Kirsten Weiss here, and I have several exciting writing updates. First, I just completed the first chapter of Big Deal, which is the fourth book in my big murder mystery series. And it is so much fun getting back to these characters. Alice Summerland, disgraced ex-bodyguard, is just wry and funny and no nonsense, and all the characters around her are completely bonkers. So it's a lot of fun to write about Nowhere, Nevada and Alice and Friends. Next, I sent off Rune, which is my Doyle Witch prequel, last week on Friday to Mysterio Press. So that should be coming very soon. I'm looking forward to getting the comments back from my editors there. What I did not send, however, was the very last bit. There's a custom in Cozy Mysteries to include something extra in the back of the book. Typically recipes if it's a baking mystery, or a knitting pattern if it's a knitting mystery. And I've always enjoyed playing with that. For example, with my big murder mystery series, I always put a complete murder mystery game that you can play with friends in the back. That's included. It's free. You could download it as a PDF as well, because sometimes it's easier to have sheets of paper you can move around. For my Doyle Witch series, I put spells in the back of the book. Well, Rune is a prequel, and it's about Lenore, who's a poet. So I decided to write a poem spell. Now, a poem spell is not to be confused with a spell written as a poem. I was taught that when you write a spell, and if you choose to write it as a poem, which is always a good idea because rhyming is better for incantation, you should keep it to 17 syllables. I cannot remember why it has to be 17 syllables. I think it has to do with numerology, because number 1 has to do with initiation and getting things started and just like going for it. And the number 7 is not only a sacred number, but it's also about bringing things to completion. So with a spell, you're starting something and you're going to end something too. You're going to complete that spell. And then if you add 1 and 7 together from 17, you get the number 8. And 8 is all about balance. So this kind of keeps everything balanced. I think that's why. I'm not 100%. I should probably ask my mentor, Elizabeth Barton, about that and make sure I'm telling you the correct thing. But I do remember 17 syllables is the key. The style of a poem spell is kind of newish, and it's written sort of instructional, but they're not real instructions for spells. And I thought that was kind of appropriate for Lenore, because with Rune, it's a prequel. She's not really a shamanic witch yet. She's on the cusp of it. She's still kind of figuring things out. She's more poet at this point than shamanic witch. So that's how I wrote that spell. My poem spell for Lenore was not 17 syllables. It was in a totally different style. I am having a launch party for Whispers of the Witch on July 13th, because it's the 13th, which is a Sunday. And fellow writer Ellis Elliott is going to be there. Now, she is not only a witch mystery writer, but she's also a poet. As part of the party, she's going to lead everybody in an exercise in writing poem spells. And I'm not sure how she's going to do it. I didn't tell her, oh, you have to keep it to 17 syllables or you have to do it a certain way, but she's going to do hers. There will be prizes. There will be games. We're actually going to be running a murder mystery game on Zoom. I've never done this before. I don't know how it's going to work. It could be a total disaster, but you know what? I think it's going to be fun either way. I think we can laugh even if it doesn't quite work the way I expect. I think it'll be fun. And I'm also going to be doing a challenge, a 5-day challenge leading up to it. Challenge starts on July 8th. It will run through the 12th, and there will be prizes for that as well, including a signed paperback copy of Whispers of the Witch and some Tarot decks. So how do you win these prizes? Well, it's going to be a random drawing. I'm going to be posting 5 videos starting on July 8th through the 12th. And people who comment and people who share will get raffle entries. And if you comment on other people's comments, that counts. There is a guide for the challenge. I will post the link to that in the comments after I finish this live video. You can download it. It's a PDF, so you can see exactly what the challenge is and more explanation and instructions. My mystery school series is really about midlife transformation, although transformation can happen at any stage in your life. There are doorways we're constantly walking through, and some of them are harder to walk through than others. So it's about transformation, it's about empowerment, and it's about creativity as well. In the guidebook, you'll see there are like journaling questions for you to work through during the challenge. You don't have to. You can just play the challenge if you want. I'm not scoring. There's no homework here. It's supposed to be fun. So look for the link. If you haven't registered, I will put the Zoom link to register for the party on the 13th there. You don't have to register for the challenge. You just watch the space for the videos and comment and share to participate. I hope to see you there. I had a huge list of things I wanted to talk about today, and I think I got through everything. I hope to see you there, and I hope you enjoy the challenge.